नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. There are few attributes, if acquired, then it becomes easy to follow the religion. First attribute is Kalima. Second attribute is prayer. Third attribute is knowledge and Zikr. Fourth attribute is kindness to Muslims. Fifth attribute is sincerity of intention. Sixth attribute is Daawat towards Allah. First attribute is Kalima. Attribute of Kalima is that a Muslim must have a firm belief in his heart that Allah can do everything and creatures cannot do anything without the permission of Allah. And the ways of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam can only make a person successful in this world and also in the hereafter. Virtue 1. A person who recites the kalima 100 times daily, his face will be shining like the 14th moon on the day of resurrection. Virtue 2. Whoever revives the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the time of distress will get a reward equal to 100 martyrs. Second attribute is prayer. Attribute of prayer is that a Muslim should offer prayer in such a way that it is accepted by Allah, and through these prayers one can get his demands from Allah. Virtue 1. A person who offers his prayer with devotion 5 times a day will be admitted to paradise by Allah Ta'ala. Virtue 2. A person who offers prayers sincerely with first takbir for 40 days will get 2 rewards. One, to be freed from hypocrisy, and second, to be protected from hell. Knowledge. 24 hours life of a Muslim should be in accordance with the commands of Allah and the ways of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Getting knowledge of virtues and Islamic principles is essential for it. Virtues will create passion for action and principles will correct the way of action. Virtue 1. When a person acts on the knowledge that he knows, Allah gives him the knowledge that he does not know. Virtue 2. When Allah intends good for someone, He gives him the understanding of religion and puts the right thing in his heart. Zikr. A Muslim should live while keeping attention towards Allah, that is, always have the idea that Allah is present and watching. To achieve this state, 3 actions should be performed in the morning and evening: recitation of the Quran, tasbihat, du'as of occasions. Virtue 1. Remembrance of Allah after the morning prayer and after evening prayer bring Allah's help in all needs during the middle period. Virtue 2. After entering paradise, a person will not regret anything except the time that passed without the remembrance of Allah. Fourth attribute is kindness to Muslims. The attribute of kindness to Muslims is that every Muslim should be respected because of the kalima, that is, by dealing more than the rights and considering others better than oneself. Virtue 1. When 2 Muslims meet and shake hands, their sins are forgiven before parting. Virtue 2. When a Muslim visit an ailing Muslim in the morning, 70,000 angels pray for him until evening. And if he visits in the evening, 70,000 angels pray for him until morning, and he finds a garden in paradise. Fifth attribute is sincerity of intention. The attribute of sincerity of intention is that every action should be done for the pleasure of Allah. That is, the action should not be for worldly gain, but only to please Allah. Virtue 1. Allah does not look at the faces and wealth of the servants, but rather at their hearts and actions. Virtue 2. There is good news for those who are sincere that they are a lamp in the darkness, and because of them, big troubles are removed. Sixth attribute is Daawat towards Allah. The attribute of Dawa is that Allah the Almighty has made Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam the last prophet, and every Muslim of this nation is a representative of Islam. That is, it is the responsibility of every Muslim to invite all the humanity to Islam by the way of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Virtue 1. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed that Allah may keep everyone green and fresh who listens to the words of the Prophet and conveys to others. Virtue 2. In the Holy Quran, it is said, the best talk is the one by which the people are called towards Allah. Jazakallahu khair. May Allah bless me and you with these qualities. Ameen.